Hey guys, Dylan here, and today we are doing yet again another Sonic Insanity. Today's Sonic Insanity is Christian related, and for those of you guys who are wondering where I was at, the reason why I had been gone for a bit is because YouTube randomly struck me. Apparently YouTube's bots are having issues, and they're just randomly striking people for organized crime. I'm back now, and I'm going to cover some of the Christian stuff that went down while I was gone. Apparently this person named Isabella, or Isabel, Loretta Janke, was involved in all of this, and it's being alleged that she may be the one that convinced Chris to have sex with his mother. And it's being alleged that she is the mastermind behind it all and wanted to blackmail Chris to get money out of him, like the Idea guys. We are still seeing the results of people investigating this. Internet autism is at work, so expect more to come out. But I got permission from someone who made a pretty good video about this woman, and I'm going to be showing his video after I read a little bit of this Encyclopedia Dramatica article on her. And yes, ED is back up, thank God. A lot of the articles are fixed now. I'm really glad to have ED back. And yes, it says that she is a lolcow, because I would classify her as one. And we see a quote from her. "We're the best trolls in history," or one history, to be exact. Isabel Loretta Janke, also known as Bella Janke, and Kelly Osbourne, is a degenerate butter-faced beatard who enjoys harassing lolcows while herself being a lolcow of epic proportions. Being a genius L33TH4X0R, Isabel named her trollsona Bella and managed to get herself doxxed almost immediately by basement dwellers from Kiwi farms. And that's what I told people would always happen if you fuck with Chris. You will get doxxed, and that's what happened. Sweet crusty Isabella has achieved her goal of becoming internet famous, not by becoming the greatest troll of all time, but as disgusting, ugly bitch who receives nothing but ridicule from everyone, which is what should happen when you try to do shit like this. You should be mocked. And we can see a picture of her crusty face on the right side of the screen right there. You can see that she is not an attractive individual. Now, she does have tits, and that seems to be the only thing people are complimenting her on. I personally think that she is quite ugly, and I think that she looks like a psychopath. Like, she gives you that weird fucking stare. Crusty Cunt was born to a former Navy SEAL named Mike Janke, who owns a tech company. Wow, she's comes from a place of money and acknowledgement. Very weird. But somehow failed to teach his retarded daughter OPSEC. Meanwhile, her stepmother, Mary Beth, is a psychologist. Very funny. That's pretty ironic. Who twiddles her thumbs while an autistic psychopath runs around her college campus, bringing embarrassment to everyone who associates with her. ILJ once was a member of the Sneed House on campus at Texas Tech University, but was too cringe for incel Super Smash Bros. Fanboys, which that's how you know you're bad, when they don't even want you. She is also a poltard, which is ironic because she is half Latina herself, I could tell by her appearance, through her mother. And her best friend, Simp Lewis, is a shore inward. Another member of the chess club Discord is also a literal Nigra. I don't know if that's like meaning anything. It's probably slang. I don't fucking know it. She, the new face of white supremacy, everyone. And that is what the video is called, White Supremacist. So that's the video that I have permission to play at the end of this. Sex and perversion and pedophilia. And we see some screenshots right there. And yes, if you look over to the right, you can see her jank-ass feet. And yes, I meant to use jank in that way because it's befitting. You can see the terrible fucking infection that is going throughout her foot. I wouldn't be shocked if she loses that foot one day. Isabella has called herself a lolicon online multiple times. Her former Reddit account was even banned for it. Oh, wow. I guess she's into lolly as well, so I guess you can put pseudo-pedophile on there. She also can't get hard unless she thinks about men stroking cats, which is pretty fucking gross, and you can see that being talked about right there. I was in middle school when I started getting into masturbation and would only think about men stroking cats to finish. It always made me horny, faster than anything else. I tried to experience it with other fetishes, but I could never get into them at all. Sadly, I don't find as much pleasure in normal sex, if I am. I have to think of guys petting cats to attempt at horniness. Her complete list of degeneracies runs very deep. She also has an animal fart fetish. Yes, you fucking heard that. Shit fetish, goro and gore fetishes, and comments creepily on pictures of children in swimsuits. Yes, you heard that correctly. And God knows what else that hasn't been uncovered. And in case you guys are still wondering, if you didn't hear me at the beginning of this video, this is the person who was interviewing Chris Chan. This is the person who was in the call with Chris Chan. They had their voice modified, and then eventually we got the unmodified version, and we were able to tie it to this person definitively. So this is the person who was gleefully interviewing Chris Chan, and they're into weird, degenerate shit. And I would tell you more about it, but the video I'm going to play in a minute will tell you more about it, so don't worry. More proof that Bella Jank needs to be put down for the better good of everyone. Kind of agree with you on that one. Animal abuse, and this will be the last section we cover before I play the video. Animal abuse. Bella adopted a cat just to torture it and force it to drink toilet water, which is a fucked act. She also overfed him so she could post pictures on r/chonkers and fed him foods that made the cat fart a lot because she had a fart fetish. According to the Discord server leaks, she killed 8 hamsters. At least one has been proven to be boiled alive. Redditors, everyone. Bella once rescued a dog named Max, only to give him pneumonia, pollen infections, and more than 8 diseases from her filthier than 14 BC apartment. Max was the dog that helped us track this bitch down and the rest of her animal abusing crew. Rest in power, good boy. And that is the good boy down there. So now we're done with this. I'm going to mute my mic and I'm going to play you guys this video of this person who documented this person. And I will have a link to this person's channel in the description below when this gets uploaded later today. When more comes out about this sick fuck, I will be sure to do a follow-up video. For those of you guys who are sensitive to terrible things, you might want to leave now because it's about to get a whole lot worse. So I'm going to get this video playing.
Today is 6 August 2021, and information on this sadistic waste of space's criminal and inhuman history are still pouring out of the floodgates. So this video might be out of date if you're watching it even more than a day from now. This is 20-year-old Isabella Loretta Janke, a computer engineering major at Texas Tech University. She has formed and leads a small but very dangerous cult at the university, in which her and her members torture and murder small animals, target other Texas Tech students on a basis of race and gender identity, and try to get other students to end their lives by secretly recording them, bullying them, and even getting them addicted to prescription medication. The cult operates under the guise of a Texas Tech University chess club Discord. However, it appears entirely unrelated to the actual TTU chess team, although Bella was brazen enough to advertise it on Reddit as a real deal at least once, wherein it was predictably met with disgust by other students due to the gore and racism it contained. This Discord of theirs is actually in its second iteration, by the way. They engineered the destruction of their first server by spamming it with gore and self-reporting it. They did so in March of 2021 after a brave and beautiful transgender student reported Bella and her right-hand man, Lewis, for transphobically harassing them on TikTok and trying to engender their suicide. Bella and Lewis were the subject of a Title IX investigation, but as they boast of in their new Discord, they successfully manipulated Texas Tech University and convinced them that they weren't responsible. You might be wondering why all of this is coming to light now. Well, on 29 July 2021, an audio recording of autistic internet legend Christopher Weston Chandler admitting to engaging in incestual sex with his 79-year-old demented mother, Barbara, on a tri-daily basis since 27 June emerged on the Chris Chan Sonichu subreddit. Bella is the person with whom he's speaking. She initially pared down the call and edited her voice to try to frame another girl, Fiona, as the speaker, but we'll get to that in a bit. Anyway, after a longer version of the call leaked a few days later, it emerged that Bella was encouraging of the situation.
Well, at least you have a stable relationship, because you know it's not going to end. Like, if anything happened, you'd still be mother and daughter. It's not going to be explosive breakup, right?
This longer version also reveals that Bella was trying to get Chris to attend Everfree Northwest with Fiona, and she intended to go herself, even rooming with Chris, and making a slideshow of Chris and Fiona dating, with the apparent intent of holding blackmail over him with respect to his relationship with his mom.
There's Fiona. Fiona's very interested in you. Fiona's very interested in you. Because Fiona consents to having an open relationship, right? I'm sure you're fine with both of them now. She's willing to do it. She's willing to have fun with you. How far away do you live from Washington State? Because I almost was going to go to Washington State.
Now, if you're wondering who Fiona is, she's an autistic girl and legitimate fan of Chris whom Bella was manipulating. Leave it at that. By all accounts, she is innocent and deserves little, if any, scrutiny. I'm sure you've already guessed, though, that Bella is not quite as innocent. Here's what's already been confirmed by her private admissions on Discord and public actions on Kiwi Farms. 1. Bella manipulated Chris just like the Idea guys did. Though whereas they primarily focused on impersonating characters from his comics he thinks are real, like Magi-chan, she focused on just being nice and female, which has always been his weakness. 2. Bella has extorted money out of Chris Chan, stealing access to his bank account and further scamming him out of money for a camera for the Everfree trip that she would sell later. By the way, she comes from a home worth $2 million while Chris lives off $1,000 a month. 3. Bella attempted to frame Fiona, a very autistic girl whose mental capacity makes her just as vulnerable as Chris, for the above 2 acts, and was also trying to make Kiwi Farms believe that Fiona groomed Chris to rape his mother. 4. Bella attempted to be the, quote, ultimate troll by eventually getting Chris Chan to commit suicide. 5. Bella conjured fake texts of Chris Chan tying his mother up, having sex with her hogtied, and needing to take her to a chiropractor afterward and posted them to Kiwi Farms. This would normally be impossible to prove, but Bella is incompetent, and she elected to edit a pre-existing screenshot, meaning her efforts could be unmasked with noise analysis. Here's what's not confirmed: whether or not Bella groomed Chris into having sex with his mother. I'm not going to speculate, and you shouldn't either. What she's already done is damning enough. Because the fact is that after all my talking, we've barely even touched the tip of this self-proclaimed sociopath's iceberg, least of all her cults. I mentioned previously that Bella and her cult are involved in animal torture, and what they have admitted to doing defies all human conscience. Bella professes to have tortured 8 hamsters to death and posted while in the act of boiling one alive. They have adopted a cat named Goober, whom they forced to drink out of the toilet and deliberately overfeed with rotten food to make his feces nasty, because Bella proudly exposes cat feces as her fetish. Bella claims one of her Wylam cult members named Avery to have shown her him throwing his cat against the wall to break its legs, breaking the hips of newborn puppies, stepping on hamsters, and blending a chinchilla alive. In the event that Bella is lying to incriminate this gentleman, that's a hell of an imagination she has, huh? Bear in mind, I only covered their illegal actions in this video. I'm not even mentioning legal but morally reprehensible ones they enjoy, like fetishizing and creating incest pornography, living in literal shit such that their dog Max's paws got amputated and him put down, going without showers to gross classmates out, and glorifying the gore and murder of non-white persons. Let me leave with this. I didn't make this video because I want anyone to harass or contact this woman or her associates. In fact, please don't. She's going to try to manipulate you or hurt you if you do. I made this because I sincerely believe that she and her cult members need the elevated attention of authority figures around them, and I would like for that to happen safely and legally. The amount of animals they've claimed to abuse and murder is unfathomable, and their desire to move on to the next level with vulnerable transgender and minorities is evident. Rest in peace, Max.
And that was mostly everything you need to know about Isabella Loretta Janke. Now, is this person 100% to be confirmed the mastermind behind the whole incest stuff? We don't know. I wouldn't say anything definitively at this point. All we know is that they are a psychopath, they boil animals alive, they torture other animals, they're a weirdo, degenerate freak, they're someone who craves attention and wanted to go down as the #1 Christian troll, and had goals to get Christian to kill himself. So chances are, yeah, they did play a part in it. But at the end of the day, Christian still chose to fuck his mom. And that should be a thing that people aren't able to talk you into. So I'm not going to excuse this and say they're 100% the one to blame for it happening, because at the end of the day, Chris is his own person and decided to do it himself, and didn't seem remorseful at all. But it is kind of fucked that no matter how depraved things get, there's always a troll somewhere in the background. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this stream. If you like it, hit the like button. If you really like it, share it. And if you want to see more, then subscribe. Thank you guys for watching, and bye.